Brian David Phillips. I run a mortgage company here in Allen, Texas. I've been with Supreme Lending since 2015. I've been an originator since 2001. We've got 5 different offices throughout the United States, and that's who I am in regards to this business. My name is Brian. I've been in the mortgage industry since 2001, half my life. It's my passion in life is to help people get into houses. So that's me in a nutshell. So I'm a producing regional manager, which means that I have a group of people that work for me in different states, different areas, and I help them from first-time home buyers that don't have any money to put down to people that are investors that we can't qualify income, but we have different ways to do it. So from each spectrum, from a first-time home buyer to someone that wants to buy a $4 million house to someone that doesn't have the money to show, we do them all. So got the product for basically any client that's out there. I would say our unique value proposition, if you will, is control. We have delegation, which is the difference between working with someone that doesn't have any control, but they still have in-house underwriting, financing, things of that nature. We actually have delegation for our underwriting team, our closing team, our processing team, our loan partners, everybody. It's a cohesive team. And then I think the circle of trust with our relationships that we have with, from title company to credit repair, to anything that's associated insurance with the actual loan itself, we have a really good cohesive team, and I think that separates us. Our goal and our intent is to help anyone that's a first-time home buyer that doesn't have any money to put down. We educate them how to do it, and then we have products that go all the way up to your jumbo, non-conforming, plus people that maybe don't even have the ability to show income. So we hit all spectrums. My team has the ability to do first-time homebuyer loans, which they don't have any money to put down, to as far as someone that's going to buy a $4 million house or someone that doesn't even qualify for income as a self-employed borrower. So we hit all spectrums. I've been doing this for half my life, almost a little over 20 years. I think the most important thing when it comes to business is not watching your kids grow up on a desk. And I think the ability that I've had the freedom to do that because of my hustle over the years and still have the ability to delegate has allowed me. So I would say for me, it's not, I mean, the money is a byproduct of that development, the iceberg, if you will. And so for me, it's being able to watch my kids not grow up on a desk in my family. So I first heard of ACE whenever we were in Adriatica in McKinney. They were next door to us, and so I got to know them very, very well, and I loved their value proposition when it came to how they treat their clients, which is very unique versus the other credit repair companies I've worked with. You know, I never have worked for a company like ACE, and I think the reason being is the reason I'm saying that is because the way they coach their team, and I hear them coaching them on how to talk to clients and whatnot, is far beyond what, instead of just saying, give me your credit card and trust me to get your credit in line. So I think they separate themselves from the masses for sure. So I think the deciding factor whenever we looked at everybody and started interviewing is I just felt these guys are God-fearing Christian men in a team, and they truly do care about getting the client's credit in line to be able to purchase a house, longevity, which in turn helps other family, friends, or whatever. I have nothing bad to say about ACE. So I think a lot of great benefits from ACE, truthfully, is the communication that they give to us, and being that they're local and right next door, literally. So we have the ability to have a really, really good, cohesive conversation and understanding of what's going on with each and every file. So I think the greatest benefits that I've received from the ACE team is their communication with us. A lot of different companies, lack of communication, and they don't do that. They're very honest with us and tell us what's going on, how it's all going to work. And so our clients know from start to finish how it's going to work. And so the communication is key. I think ACE does a lot of things that go the extra mile versus others. And I'll give you one prime example is I worked with a lady there, and I've had the ability to just give her my consumer report, and she'll go through it and line item each and everything before they even call the borrower. So they have a systematic thing versus just calling and saying, here's your credit and let's go through it. There's an actual process. And so I think that's key. I would recommend ACE to anyone that has a credit score that we're having to work on. You got to think about it. This is your biggest investment in your life. And if you're not going to invest in yourself and your family in order to increase credit, then what's the point of buying a house? And so the way they treat it is, truthfully, they're going to ask you for an investment, but they're going to walk you through why that investment's important. So I think it's a no-brainer. I get this question a lot, like, why would I do business with Eric and Chris with ACE? And I think the main reason that I would say we would do business with them is because they are God-fearing Christian men that are honest with everything that they do in their business structure, the way they coach their team. It's not just a standard run-of-the-mill credit repair company. This is not your cubicle type scenario where you got 50 people calling on people that just all they care about is the transaction. These guys truly care about the relationship. So that's the main reason. I think the communication with ACE is far beyond what I expected. With the way that they have their system. Again, I keep saying systems, but they have a system, and I think it's key to have a system in today's market because you get lost in translation. And so their system is very, very flawless when it comes to communication. I think what separates me in terms of my competition is, or even with anything in general, is one, I have coached my team to not worry about the transaction and worry about the relationship. I'm a residual person, and that's how I've coached my team from start to finish. And because of that, it's allowed me to recruit and get some quality top tier players that are aligned with exactly how I want to be. And so the coaching opportunity has been there for our growth, and even with my family. I always do goals with my team, and I do goals with my family, I do goals with my wife. And I have a vision to move to Montana. It's my spirit animal state. And so I'm now licensed there to the point where I'm going to, hopefully God's willing, buy some land and get my opportunity to go out there and slow down. There's only so much that you can do in life, and how much success you want is merely up to what you want to put in your purse. And my purse is tapped. I want to relax and enjoy life from this point forward and just slowly settle down. And some may say you want to grow and do all the different things. Great, good for them. I've done it. I've done a really good job of success. I have two mottos, and I learned one from my preacher, but don't lose your influence just to prove a point. And so if I could give that to any advice to anyone, that's the truth.